Maggie, we are here at Cottman in the Boulevard. We're waiting on that press conference we've been telling you all morning is supposed to happen at 9 a.m. Now, I did speak with some officials this morning. More and more investigators are pouring onto the scene. The delay in waiting for that press conference has a lot to do with making sure that everyone, all of these partners with these massive investigation, are up to speed and on the same page about what's going on. We've only had a couple hours of daylight here. Boulevard really getting their first look since last night at the massive crater that was created because of that plane crash. You can see the police presence here. We have Philadelphia Police, state troopers, so many law enforcement partners in this, all investigating this. Take a look at the Ring video we've been showing you all morning and last night too, of that plane falling out of the sky at Cottman in the Boulevard, coming from the Northeast Airport. The impact causing this, that massive fireball is what it looked like and what it was really, and the devastation that followed that, just so shocking to see in such a densely populated area of Philadelphia. Just to rehash, it happened between 6 and 6:30 last night. A medical transport plane with 6 people on board, including a child, a patient who was here to get treatment, her mother, and 4 crew members. A Learjet 55 that had just left the Northeast Airport, according to authorities. It was on its way to Springfield Branson National Airport in Missouri. It was a medical rescue plane, and I want to show you now what we found here on the scene. We're about a quarter mile away on Cottman and the Boulevard from where that crash happened, and you can see this cylinder. It appears to look like some sort of oxygen tank. This was a piece of the plane that flew a quarter mile away. I was talking to investigators about this because, of course, the guidance we're giving is call 911, don't touch debris. They're aware of that piece there, and they said there's actually another tank a little bit closer to the scene from where we are too. So the pieces of this plane flying everywhere, including, and we have surveillance video of this just obtained this morning, a piece of that plane flying into Four Seasons Diner. This is a restaurant near us, so again, about a quarter mile away. It flew in through the window and it hit a man in the head. I am told he is doing okay. We spoke with workers about that horrific scene this morning.
For your condolences, we appreciate that. It's just the most tragic situation. You know, we care for children from all over the world at our facilities here in the U.S. and abroad, and the goal, of course, is always that they live their best life and that we enable them to do all the things that they want to do. And to have such a tragic end for this patient is just devastating and heartbreaking for all of us at Shriners.
Mel, we want to just thank you again. This is Shari Williams speaking with you here on the phone. And then we can only imagine what you must be feeling, you and your organization, to see the images that are coming in. You know, how are you communicating with your own staff as you're getting word of what has unfolded tonight?
Well, I think we're all still in shock. I think that, you know, our patient ended her care at our facility today and had a send-off by the team there. And I think we're all still just beginning to process, you know, how something so tragic could have happened. And just the devastation of all of this, I think, hasn't even really started to sink in yet. But of course, not just for our patient, but for those on the ground and the medical crew in the plane. There's so many tonight that our hearts go out to. It's not just our patient, but of course, that's where our heart really is with our own patient. But just the devastation that we're seeing from this unbelievable situation is just so tragic.
This is a person who we can already imagine then was already in a life fight already, because receiving care and treatment from Shriners Children's. You guys do an amazing job, the work that you do to help families recover and push through their health challenges. And now this to happen. It started, I'm sure, as a day that you thought was one to celebrate, as this child was leaving today and had completed their medical treatment with Shriners.
Well, as you said, we take care of children with complex medical conditions all over the globe. And it's a routine act for us to bring patients internationally to our facilities. And this is just something so unexpected. It's never something we've encountered before. And it's usually very routine for us to bring patients from all over the globe to different facilities, but particularly to Philadelphia, where we have a lot of international patients that are seen and treated because of the world-class care that we're able to provide there. And this sort of ending is just hard to even contemplate, to be honest.
And Morocco, which is in North Africa. You can look it on your map. And in the year 800 AD, 50,000 Catholics were slaughtered there by Muslims. And they said the blood ran so thick that the Muslims dipped their hats in the blood, and their hats turned red. And it's been a 1,200-year sign of Muslims' victory over Christians. And it was first commercially sold from Fez, Morocco. And the Shriners wear fezzes. Now, the Shriners tell us why they wear the fez. This is in a book in 1977 put out by the Sabar Shrine Temple. They say this in the book, quote, "The fez has been handed down through the ages as one of the most significant headdresses. The fez derives its name from the place where it was first manufactured commercially, the holy city of Fez in Morocco," end quote. Also, during the initiation ceremonies of the Shriners, they, quote, "seal their solemn oath in the name of Allah, the God of our fathers." A little later on in the ritual, they, quote, they acknowledge, quote, "Islam as the one true faith." And
What I would tell a Mason interested in being a Shrine is the Masonic fraternity involves a lot of education and improvement of self, and I think the Shriners is a vehicle for applying those lessons that you learned in the Masonic fraternity to apply them to the actual benefit of others who are not Shriners, just the community at large. And to me, that is the best possible venue to do that. And I think not just that, but you also have a lot of fun. And as I said, you develop very meaningful relationships and great memories. That's truly, as I look back, what have been the greatest moments in my life. And I would say 85 to 90% of them have involved the Shrine.